And diversity and representation in comics and comic properties is also a big topic here. Now joining me is Dominic Mah, who is the writer with the Nerds of Color. And first thing I want to talk about is Nerds of Color is involved in a rally coming up tomorrow. Tell me about that, the character involved, and the reason why.
Well, tomorrow Nerds of Color is having their second rally for Rose. For the Star Wars people, this is about the character of Rose Tico, who's played by Kelly Marie Tran, who's a Vietnamese American actor.
Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah. I don't want to mess up her name, I think, but she was in Last Jedi, first appearance of that character, and the last chapter of Star Wars 9 is coming out this year, obviously. And the idea of Rally for Rose is that people would dress up as Rose Tico, sort of in solidarity with. She got harassed quite a bit on Twitter and social media and stuff, and to the point where she felt threatened by the Star Wars fan base, which is just a really awful dynamic situation involving bigotry on Twitter. Anyway, all this goes to say we have a bunch of people come and cosplay as resistance fighters, as tech workers, sort of in the Rosie and the Riveter vein, to champion our Asian American Star Wars character.
And it was the first time last year, right? And now you're having it again, indicating there's still issues?
Yeah, well, I would say so. We're not sure what the Star Wars 9 is going to be like. But yeah, although we've made advancements, if we're talking about Asian American representation in film and TV, we've made advancements where there's still a bunch of problems where people think there aren't Asian actors to cast, even though there really are.
Let's talk about representation and casting and Shang-Chi. Still the news coming up. Now this is a Chinese superhero with kung fu powers, and he's in the comic books, and there's talk of whether he will become his own movie vehicle or star. What's going on with that?
Well, my understanding is we're pretty confident it is going to be the next Marvel movie. And what was I going to say? Shang-Chi's been around a while. He's been an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., he's been an Avenger, a lot of things. They do have to cast a Chinese guy, basically. I mean, at one point they might have been able to get away with something, but like we're in a different period now. It's a very Chinese-centered story. They need a Chinese guy to play it, I would say.
So we're waiting to hear.
We are waiting, yeah. We don't know if that'll be announced anytime soon. It could be announced as soon as tomorrow. We're not sure. Marvel's having a panel, which, everyone's going to be excited about what they're going to say.
Okay. Also, in comic movies and properties, there's Birds of Prey, which is a breakthrough for Asian Americans being on high positions. Tell me about that.
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited about that one. Birds of Prey is sort of the team of all the DC women characters. I think it's going to come out next year. It's directed by Kathy Yan, who's a Chinese woman. And it also stars one of my favorite Batgirls, who's the Asian Batgirl. And I believe she's played by Ella Basco, who's a Filipina and Korean, I think. In the comics, she's also a sort of mixed Asian character, and she's one of my favorite Batgirls for sure. So I'm very excited about that movie, actually.
So would you say the climate for Asian American actors, directors, seems to be improving overall?
Oh yeah, no, it's improving all across the board. For all sorts of people of color, for Asians, for gender representation. But it's been so long. We've had this backlog of being regulated to just a certain kind of role that the changes are, I'll say they happen like incrementally, and we have to shout out and celebrate when something good happens that makes us feel more seen and more human.
Thank you very much, Dominic Mah.